Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hannah Vanderwolk, and this is Wyatt Wickstrom, and we are your MCs for this afternoon's commencement ceremony for Valemount Secondary School's graduating class of 2018.
At this time, I would like to acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of the Simp First Nation.
On behalf of the Valemount Secondary School and School District 57, we welcome everyone and thank all of you for being here.
Thank you to the grads and volunteers for doing a great job decorating.
If the music is ready, we will begin the graduation 2018 with the procession of grads. Please have your cameras ready. Taylor Bealey.
I'm trying.
Kiana Weed. Tatiana Cinnamon. Keisha Abernathy. Danny Lee Heisted.
This way.
Christopher Waddell. Isaac Williams. Zachary Schneider. Naim Karis. Morgan Tinsley. Vivian Kenkel. Eston Buston. Jeremy Rogers. Adam Newman. Willis Coutre.
Everyone please rise and face the flag while I call on Kat Crowley to lead us in the singing of O Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
I would now like to ask Her Worship, Mayor Townsend, to come forward to offer congratulations on behalf of the Village of Valemount.
Thank you very much. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, graduating students especially, and the proud parents. It is my very real pleasure to bring congratulations from the Village of Valemount, and we share your parents' pride and the teachers' pride. And I bring you a sincere wish that you find in your future career choices a source of great joy and happiness. And it is to you, young men and women and men, and those like you, that we must look for future leadership. And again, I wish all of you that you may find an interesting and satisfactory life work in a world of peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Townsend. Would Miss Trish Perrin, School Trustee Vice Chair, and please come to the podium to address the graduates on behalf of our Board of Trustees.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to this special celebration. Graduates, I bring you congratulations and best wishes from your Board of Education. I read a short saying this past week and thought about you all. It said, yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, and today's a gift. That's why they call it the present. My wish for you all is that this gift brings you much happiness and peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Perrin.
Would Mr. Nevio Rossi, School District 57 Assistant Superintendent, please come to the podium to address the graduates on behalf of School District 57?
Thank you, Hannah and Wyatt. So welcome, graduates, family members, special guests, friends, Trustee Perrin, Mayor Townsend, Mr. Shaw, the outstanding teachers and staff of Valemount Secondary, and your former principal, Mr. Kenkel. My name is Nevio Rossi, and I am the Assistant Superintendent from School District 57, and it's my pleasure and privilege to bring greetings from the senior staff. So before I begin, I would like to preface my comments. And one of the grads, the last time I was here, one of the grads asked me to say this at the grad ceremony. I hear that the senior girls basketball team qualified for the provincials. Is that correct? Good work. And also, Mr. Lawless, and I don't understand why he asked me to do this, and I hope he's not setting me up here today, but he said the best way to describe this grad class is by using the word grit. What does that mean? Long story? Okay. I'd also like to acknowledge that the efforts of the grad organizing committee, parents, staff, students, your dedication is appreciated. Thank you for your hard work in making Grad 2018 a huge success. Speaking of success, our grads look great, don't they? To the graduates, today marks a very special, hard-earned day, a day which will stand out in your memories for years to come, and one that you will never forget. Graduates, for many of you, completing your graduation has required huge personal sacrifices. Please make sure that you take the time to reflect on your own experience and to thank those who helped you achieve success and reach this stage in life. I hope each graduate will take time to express to parents, grandparents, and other friends and family members the gratitude you feel for their support. Also, thank you to all the administrators, teachers, counselors, secretaries, support staff, custodians, and other caring and committed employees who have given you the best to make these learning opportunities possible. And graduates, as I stand here today feeling proud of each one of you, I can't help but to think about the day I sat on the stage at my own high school graduation. I remember thinking to myself at the time it would be a few short years of college, then a nice job, house, fancy car, loving family, money, yes, success as I saw it as an 18-year-old. And today, on your graduation day, as you sit quietly on this stage, I'm sure you're asking yourself questions. Should I attend a post-secondary education? If so, in what field? Which college? Which university? Should I stay home or leave? Should I start an apprenticeship program? Should I go directly into the workforce? Should I travel abroad for a year? And will I be successful in life? So what is my advice to you as you prepare to leave Valemount Secondary and move towards achieving success? Remember that success is an individual journey, not a destination. What matters is not necessarily where you are at the end, but what you accomplish while you're trying along the way. And as long as you try your best, you can never fail. And remember that you will face many challenges and obstacles in life. The skills that you have learned from your education and the values instilled in you by your parents, your teachers, your coaches, and family will serve you well and will guide you. Remember to love your family. They care more deeply for you than you'll probably ever know. Remember to thank the people who got you to where you are today, and to do it again tomorrow and 10 years from now. Those two words are powerful, and will cause your mentors to radiate with happiness. Remember to never give up and believe. Believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, and believe in your efforts to achieve your dreams. Your goals and dreams might not materialize in a day or two, but if you stay with it and believe in yourself, you will eventually achieve success. The going might get tough, but once you have arrived, you will know it was all worth it. And lastly, contribute, give back. So in the year 2000, the year most of you were born, Valemount Secondary School building was in poor shape. And so in 2002, a group of dedicated parents and community members began to actively pursue the construction of a new secondary school. They worked hard, and they spent countless hours raising money. So in December 2005, when you were in kindergarten, the students and staff moved into this brand new school. Some of these people had children in the school, but many did not. However, these community members, and some of you may be in this room right now, realize that giving back is among the most important and valuable things anyone can do. So don't put a limit, definition, or number on success. Let success evolve through your life. And graduates, let me finish with legendary NFL football coach Vince Lombardi's famous quote: "The price of success is hard work, dedication to the job at hand, and the determination that whether we win or lose, we've applied the best of ourselves to the task at hand. The future is yours to shape. May success be with you always. My best wishes and congratulations to each and every one of you. Valemount Class of 2018.
Thank you, Mr. Rossi.
Mr. Shaw, would you please come to the podium for the scroll presentation?
Good afternoon, everybody. You guys look awesome. I was thinking on the drive in here that this task may be a little bit more than I can handle on my own, so I thought I'd look amongst you to see if there's a volunteer. There's one. Mr. Kenkel, thank you. It gives me great honor to call up to receive his certificate, Mr. Isaac Williams.
Niam Karras.
Miss Tat Cinnamon.
Eston Buston.
Miss Kiana Weed.
Chris Waddell.
Miss Keisha Abernathy.
Jeremy Rogers.
Miss Danny Lee Heisted.
Morgan Tinsley.
Miss Taylor Bealey.
Willis Coutre.
Mr. Adam Newman.
Vivian Joy Angeline Kenkel.
And rounding up the group is Mr. Zach Schneider.
Thank you, Mr. Shaw and Mr. Kenkel. And now to begin the presentation of the scholarships and bursaries, we will begin with the district authority presented by Mr. Brian Hansen.
Congratulations. Hi, Vivian. You look marvelous. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the donors, local and out of town, for their belief in the abilities and the futures of our graduates. It is and has always been the practice of the school to distribute these awards to as many students as possible, provided they meet minimum academic standards and intend to continue post-secondary schooling. Some of these awards come from the school district and are decided at a meeting there, and the other ones are local and the decisions are made in the school. Everyone who applies and meets minimum standards will win a financial award, including the UNBC Scholars Award. We'll learn who that is later. The total value of the awards comes to a lot of ducks. These graduates have earned this recognition, and congratulations to all. The District Authority Scholarship. The government of British Columbia makes available a scholarship to graduating students of School District 57 who meet specific criteria. Entering applied skills education meets this criteria, and this is our local fix-it guy when we're in a bit of a bind, don't know what's going on with the computer, or when the projectors, we call on Mr. Zach Schneider.
Thank you, Mr. Hansen. Now I would like to call up Mr. Dan Lawless for the Faculty Association of CNC Recruitment Scholarship.
You're the best thing I've seen all day. Congratulations, graduates, and good afternoon. I'm here to present the Faculty Association of CNC Recruitment Scholarship. One graduating student from each high school in the CNC catchment area who intends to attend the College of New Caledonia is eligible to win this award. Your winner has a consistently upbeat, bubbly personality. This will help her immeasurably in her career as a nurse. Congratulations, Keisha Abernathy. She just apologized for being late every day.
Thank you, Mr. Lawless. Would Miss Trish Perrin please come up to present the Frieda Erickson Memorial Nursing Bursary and the PG Valemount New Democratic Party Bursary?
Thank you. So the Frieda Erickson Memorial Nursing Bursary. This award was established in 2001 by family and friends to honor the memory of Frieda Erickson. Frieda was a dedicated licensed practical nurse and nursing unit clerk at the Prince George Regional Hospital for over 35 years. Her conscientious and compassionate nature endeared her to many patients, co-workers, friends, and family. It is hoped that this bursary will be awarded to someone who is determined to put kindness back into the nursing profession. I honor Keisha Abernathy with this award. The Prince George Valemount New Democratic Party Bursary. Donated by the Prince George Valemount New Democratic Party, this award is available to any graduating student in School District 57. Your recipient, soon a first-year student at the University of Calgary, is Danny Lee Highstead.
Thank you, Ms. Perrin. I would now ask Ms. Peggy Hubly to come up. Peggy Hubly to come up to present the Prince George and District Dormitory Student Bursary.
Okay, the Prince George and District Dormitory Student Bursary is open to students from McBride, Mackenzie, or Valemount who will be required to live away from home while attending post-secondary schooling for a minimum period of 1 school year due to the location of his or her principal residence. This year, this bursary goes to Keisha Abernathy.
Thank you, Ms. Hubly. Could I please have Mr. Nivio Rossi come up to present the School District 57 Recognition Award?
So each year, School District 57 pays special recognition to students who have excelled in academics or other valued pursuits in our schools. We have 2 winners, Danny Lee Highstead and Keisha Abernathy. This award was established in 1991 in memory of Charmelin Lucille Melville. She was a very warm, friendly, outgoing person who cared about people. This award is made available to a graduating student who plans to enter the nursing profession. Keisha Abernathy.
Thank you, Mr. Rossi. I would now ask Miss Jolene Basin to come up and present the UNBC Scholars Award and the Woman of the Moose Medical Bursary.
Good afternoon. The University of Northern British Columbia awards a scholarship of 4 years of fee tuition to the top grade 11 student in each secondary school in the region. Our UNBC scholar is an amicable young woman with a desire to have a career in commerce. Vivian Kenkel. The Women of the Moose make these awards to graduating students from district secondary schools who intend to enter the medical field after graduation. Keisha Abernathy.
Would Miss Denise Clark please come up to present the Alpine Country Rentals Ltd. Napa bursary?
Thank you. This award was established in 2010 by Alpine Country Rentals. The purpose of the award is to assist a student graduating from Valemount Secondary School in their post-secondary education. On behalf of Alpine Country Rentals, I would like to congratulate and wish the best of luck in your future as an automotive service technician to Willis Coutre.
Thank you, Ms. Clark. I would now like to call up Ms. Courtney Lewis and Ms. Lisa Schnell for the Best Western Valemount Inn and Suites bursary.
Good afternoon, and thank you to all of our graduates here today. On an annual basis, the Best Western Valemount Inn and Suites provides a bursary to a deserving graduate who has demonstrated interest in academics, sports, school, and community activities, the environment, and outdoor pursuits.
The recipient has been a visible presence in the school and community and intends on becoming a registered nurse. Our best to Keisha Abernathy.
Thank you. Could Mrs. Joanne Nordley come up to present the BJ Nordley bursary?
Even at the age of 83, I still need my pal with me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be traveling very far. But this is an honor. Every year that I survive until June when it's time for the bursary to be, I am very thankful. And so I try to be very careful with my health. But one thing I have learned in this life is that your friends and hugs are the main ingredient of a fine life. As well as I understand that friendship is the wine of life. So if you have lots of friends, I know that you have a good taste of wine. Anyway, I'm just very thrilled to be able to do the BJ bursary and being organized as I am usually. This is to date. I have been a resident of Valemount for 53 years. And of those 53 years, I taught 32 years, and I was a counselor for 19. And then I kept myself busy teaching many people on just English and looking after my kids. And I was fortunate to have a son born July the 19th in '69, and that was the day that man took his first step on the moon. And we called him Jeffrey. And He's a big guy, 6'4". I'm sure he's got Viking blood, like his Uncle Isaac. And it has just been a thrill to work with children. And I see that there are a few of these people that I've been very good friends with, their parents. And in fact, I even taught some of the parents. I don't know what I taught them, but they certainly have produced very fine-looking kids. So anyway, so the winner for this BJ Nordley is another family that's been in the valley for an awfully long time. And in fact, if I remember correctly, the father was a former student of mine. And so Tatiana, oh, and I will have to get a picture of this. Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. You look good too, Tat.
Oh, wow. Do I sit down or fly away?
I don't know, whatever you want. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Mrs. Nordley. I would now like to call up Ms. Shauna Wetter to read the Graduation 2018 bursaries.
The graduating class of 2018 has donated bursaries to our graduates. These awards are given to students who did not apply for awards. The intent is to recognize their successes in school and the accomplishment of graduating. The money can be used for any type of further training, be it first aid, a flagging course, college program, etc. The graduation class community business bursary is a promise to provide a measure of financial assistance in the future. Congratulations to Adam Newman, Kiana Weed, Taylor Reilly, Jeremy Rogers, Chris Waddell, and Isaac Williams.
Thank you, Ms. Wetter. Could I please call up the Lurch family to present the Jimis Award?
Recognizing the fact that no matter how hard somebody works, the lack of financial resources can often be a barrier to get into post-secondary education. Jimis Award is offering financial assistance to a graduate of our school. Jimmy was a young man whose compassion was infectious. He is sorely missed. I'm honored to present this award to Niam Cares.
Thank you to the Lurch family. I would now like to ask Mr. Tom Jamin to come up to present the Keith Harridan Memorial Arts.
This is the Keith Headyard Memorial Arts Bursary from the Valemount Arts and Cultural Society. It's designed to recognize and encourage a grade 12 student who has demonstrated exceptional artistic potential and plans to pursue post-secondary education as a specific fine arts discipline. A very deserving recipient is Tatiana Cinnamon.
Thank you, Mr. Jamin. Could I please call on Mr. Pete Pearson to present the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 266 bursary?
Congratulations, fine looking bunch this year. Hey everybody. Once I've been here as many years as Mrs. Nordley, I can probably tell a few stories and keep you entertained for a while, but I'm fairly new at this, so. Every year, the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 266 is honored to present a bursary to a good citizen student, has a family member serving in or has served in the Canadian Armed Forces, or is a member of the Royal Canadian Legion. This year's recipient has numerous relatives who have fought for Canada during conflicts, or were members of the armed forces, and is himself a member of the JCRs. Morgan Tinsley.
Thank you, Mr. Pearson. I would now like to ask Ms. Carrie Isamo to come up and present the Sarah Michaelson Memorial Bursary.
This award is donated in memory of Sarah Michaelson, a young lady whose delightful character and vitality have made a lasting impression on all who knew her. Our sincerest thank you to extended to Sarah's mom and dad for their continued support of our graduating students. This recipient will head to Cowtown in September to commence her education in social services at the University of Calgary. Congratulations, Danny Lee Highstead.
Thank you, Ms. Isamo. Could I please call up Mr. Dean Schneider to present the Steve Shala Memorial Bursary?
The Valemount Volunteer Fire Department offers a bursary to a graduate in memory of Steve Shallow. This winner is a junior member of the Valemount Volunteer Fire Department. His future may include computer graphic design, commencing with studies at Thompson Rivers University. Morgan Tinsley.
Thank you, Mr. Schneider. I would now like to ask Ms. Karen Shepard to come up and present the TVon Community Club bursary.
Hello. So this award is offered by the TVon Community Club and is awarded to a deserving young man or woman who lives in TVon. This winner has lived here all of his life, and next year we will find him at the College of New Caledonia. Eston Buston.
Thank you, Ms. Shepard. Could I please call up Mr. Gordon Carson to present could I call up Mr. Dan Lawless to present the Valemount and Arca Chamber of Commerce bursary?
Bring it on. Bring it on. This is the first time I've seen all of them without their cell phones in their hands for a change. Seriously. Oh, sorry, Taylor has hers. We're going to whip out and take a selfie soon. I'm here for the Valemount and Area Chamber of Commerce bursary. This award is offered by the Valemount and Area Chamber of Commerce to support post-secondary education. Preference is given to applicants who demonstrate an interest in pursuing post-secondary education in trades-related training. I know this guy is not going into trades. He's going into something much more exciting and digital. Our winner loves the technology that many businesses rely on. Our computer guy, Zachary Schneider.
Thank you, Mr. Lawless. I would like to now ask Mr. Gordon Carson to come up and present the Valemount Community Forest bursary.
This award was established in 2011 by the Valemount Community Forest Company Ltd. Preference is given to applicants who plan to pursue further education in forest-related sciences or trades and who are in good standing in school and community. Our winner is heading to warmer climates in September and will be attending the University of Victoria studying computer sciences. Zach Snyder.
Thank you, Mr. Carson. Can I please call up Miss Mary Birkbeck to present the Valemount Senior Citizen Club Branch 106 bursary?
Good afternoon. The Valemount Senior Citizens Club is pleased to provide a bursary to the graduating student who has showed responsibility, courtesy, politeness, and demonstrates good overall citizenship skills. Our winner intends to pursue a career in adventure management or film and television production. Congratulations, Tatiana Cinnamon.
Thank you, Ms. Burbeck. I would like to now ask Mr. Brian Hansen to come up to the podium to present the Canadian Mountain Holidays Heli-Skiing and Summer Adventures.
Canadian Mountain Holidays provides one scholarship to an active, involved citizen of the school community. Our winner is very personable. She's made an admirable commitment to the culture of our school. She will be missed when she graduates. She's an athlete and will pursue a career in, following the footsteps of her older brother, John, commerce. Congratulations, Vivian.
Thank you, Mr. Hansen. Could I please call up Mr. Reg McKinney to present the Cecil B. McKinney Memorial Lions Club Scholarship?
Donated by the Valemount Lions Club in memory of Cecil B. McKinney, a longtime member of the Lions Club. This award is given to a good citizen of the school and community in general. This person has been visible presence in the school, often clad in red. He will be successful in his chosen field, provided it isn't bullfighting. Morgan Tinsley.
Thank you, Mr. McKinney. I would now like to ask Mr. Rod Saul to come up to the podium to present the Lake District Maintenance Incorporated Scholarship.
Afternoon, everyone, graduates. Lakes District Maintenance Scholarship Awards are offered to a graduate who has demonstrated qualities in leadership, citizenship, and participation in extra-school, extracurricular activities. That's a big, wide-ranging, yeah, I can remember what I was doing. And/or community activities. The first recipient for the trades component of the award will be in Prince George in September, enrolled in the Automotive Service Technician program. The second winner of the academic award we've already met. So, journeyman Willis Courtreau and computer scientist Zach Schneider.
Thank you, Mr. Soul. Could I please call up Miss Carmen Hovd to present the Terry Hovd Memorial Scholarship?
Thank you and good afternoon. My family lived in Valemount for many years, and most of us kids graduated from Valemount Secondary. My mom, Terry Hovd, passed away in 2012 after a very short battle with cancer. Terry encouraged all of her kids to work hard, do well in school, read widely, and above all, be kind to others. It is with great honor that I present Miss Vivian Kenkel with this scholarship.
Thank you, Ms. Hovd. I would now like to ask Ms. Shauna Wetter to come up to present the Valemount Dental Clinic Scholarship.
The Valemount Dental Clinic offers a scholarship to a graduate who plans to pursue science-related studies in post-secondary institution. This year's winner loves athletics and has decided to pursue studies and a career in kinesiology at the College of New Caledonia in Prince George. All the best to Eston Weston.
Thank you, Mrs. Wetter. I would now like to call up Miss Karen Shepard for the McBride Valemount Hospital Employees Union Scholarship.
The McBride Valemount Employees Union awards a scholarship to a student continuing her or his education after graduation. Preference is given to a son or relative of a member of the HEU or an applicant entering studies in health-related field. Congratulations, Keisha Abernathy.
I would now like to ask Ms. Carrie Eiselmo to come up to present the Yellowhead Helicopters Scholarship.
Recognizing the vital importance of superior math and science skills to a strong economy and the role of post-secondary education in further developing these skills, Yellowhead Helicopters awards a scholarship to the top math and science student from the graduating class. Congratulations to our winner, attending the same university as his brother in September, and a budding engineer wearing the black and white striped cap in a CN locomotive. No, in reality, an engineer in mechanics or chemistry or whatever he chooses. Naim Karas.
Thank you, Mrs. Eiselmo. Could I please now call up Mayor Janet Townsend to present the Columbian Basin Trust Youth Community Service Award.
Thank you, Wyatt.
This is the Columbia Basin Trust Youth Community Service Award, and as a founding board member of the Columbia Basin Trust, I am so pleased that they give awards for youth community service. On an annual basis, a deserving graduate from Valemount wins this award. It is awarded based on the recipient's contribution to the community and the school. This contribution, primarily in the form of volunteer work, is measured in quality, quantity, and longevity. Our recipient has been volunteering in the community for years. He has been a vital part of Valemount Arts and Cultural Society and Wishbone Theatre presentations, setting up sets, helping with lights and sound, has been a volunteer for the Mount Robson Marathon, and contributed to quality productions with Valemount Community Television. Our awardee is Zach Schneider.
Thank you, Ms. Townsend. Would Vivian Kenkel please come up to deliver the valedictorian address?
You guys are really short. First off, I'd like to thank you all for being here today. Whether the distance traveled was near or far, on behalf of the graduating class, I'd like to thank you. Fellow graduates, we did it. Through many ups and downs, this year especially, we stuck it through until the end. Of course, none of us would be on this stage today without the help of our teachers, staff, family, community members, and support from each other. To the staff of Valemount Secondary, thank you. Our high school experience hasn't just been about our formal education. You've also given us a life education. We've learned so many valuable lessons that we will apply to the future. Some of those lessons include how to invest your money sooner rather than later, that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, not to be late unless you come bearing coffee, and that fettuccine Alfredo does in fact come with the sauce. Ask Jeremy about that one later. But in all seriousness, on behalf of the grad class, we'd like to give a huge round of applause to the teachers and staff of Valemount Secondary. I'd also like to give a special thanks and recognition to our two principals we had this year. My dad, Dan Kenkel, had been our principal for about 4.5 years, suffering through painful grade 8 guitar performances, drama trust exercises, and taught us that school can be a place of fun and games, if we took his X blocks, that is. And Mr. Shaw, though we may not have had you for very long in our high school career, we appreciate all of your kindness and wish we could have gotten to know you better in the short time we had you. So please, another round of applause for these two remarkable men. I know I just thanked one of mine, but I would like to extend another thank you to all of our parents and family. Your unconditional love and support does not go unnoticed, and we thank you for guiding us every step of the way so far. I'd also like to give thanks to the wonderful community. Without your help and generosity, things like this ceremony, basketball tournaments, and so many other important events wouldn't happen. So thank you. To my fellow graduates, congratulations to each and every one of you. You all look amazing today. These last years have passed us by much too quickly. It's almost possible to believe that it's nearly over. We're the first batch of 2000s kids to sit on this stage as graduates. But being a graduate is not an end goal in itself. It is instead a part of a larger journey in life. Wherever your future takes you, let it take you somewhere. Our graduation should serve as a launching point, projecting us wherever we're meant to be, whether we land ourselves a career right after high school or continue our education at a college or university. The road that lies ahead won't be easy. There will be obstacles and missed exits, potholes and roadblocks. There will be times when each of us feel like we cannot possibly go on and that our cars are broken down. Thankfully, our little family of Valemount weirdos will be there to save the day, and we can rely on Adam and Willis's mechanic skills to save the day if our car literally breaks down. As much as we drive each other crazy, we're a family, and we're connected and rooted to each other through this village and school. I remember coming to Valemount Elementary in grade 1 from the big city, and I was expecting country bumpkins in their overalls, but instead was warmly welcomed by kind faces and a love for my classmates I hadn't experienced before. Growing up in Valemount really defined who we are as people, and I know each of you will bring that same kindness, respect, and country bumpkin charm to new people you meet in our future. As I was writing this speech, I thought, what would be a good way to conclude, and what would be a way to show the spirit of the first class of the 2000s? So with that in mind, I'm going to steal and rewrite a quote from Troy Bolton, the main character in High School Musical, which is a true 2000s Disney classic that most of us grew up watching. Valemount Secondary is a place where teachers encouraged us to break the status quo and define ourselves as we choose, where a jock can cook up a mean creme brulee and a brainiac can break it down on the dance floor. It's a person where one person, if it's the right person, changes all of us. Valemount Secondary is having friends that we'll keep for the rest of our lives, and that means we really are all in this together. Because once a Timberwolf, always a Timberwolf. Thank you, and have a fantastic celebration and safe weekend, everybody.
Okay. Thank you, Vivian. Now, Mr. Shaw will give the graduation farewell address.
Okay, let me move this back up. Thank you. So good evening, afternoon. Welcome, Trustee Perrin, Assistant Superintendent Rossi, Mayor Townsend, parents, relatives, friends, and of course the reason we're all gathered, the graduates. I'm told that I get to bid you farewell. Well, at least until we see each other again on Tuesday. So, which I will do, but I'm going to use this this opportunity to share some food for thought that I hope you will reflect upon long after Tuesday comes and goes. I know there's at least one person over there that can verify this, that in a former place of work, it became an expectation for me to share a few of the most awesome jokes you'll ever hear with the grads at such an event like this. So I have a few questions for you. This could be any one of you. Can any of you tell me what the best part about living in Switzerland is?
The flag's a big plus.
You win the prize. I don't really know, but the flag is a big plus. Doesn't get better, folks. So, Zach and I don't know if anybody knows this, probably not, but Zach and I have actually started a band. What is it called, Zach? 999 megabytes? Yeah, that's what it was. I don't know why, but we haven't got a gig yet. Yeah. And the last one goes specifically to Mr. Willis. With the chosen career you have, this should be an easy one for you. What kind of a car does Mickey Mouse's partner use? 3, 2, 1. See, I can quote Disney too. Your best guess? It's a minivan. All right, enough of that. I do stand here today without the ability to share my observations of the experiences you guys have had growing up, because really we've only known each other for 5 months. Typically at this time, a principal may mention a time or two that sticks in their mind as the year goes by, and I look forward to the future when I can do so with the graduating class here at Valemount. While some of you, or more than others, have provided me opportunities in the past 5 months to get to know you better through choices you have made, and some of which actually were positive, some parents have shared stories of challenges and successes you and they have had on the journey to arriving to this celebration. So I know that today is a day both you and families can be proud. I would like to take this time to encourage you to reflect on what it is your family means to you. I believe it is appropriate to thank your families for their support in reaching today's milestone, and if you have not done so yet, be sure to do it before you settle in for the night tonight. As I have mentioned to you on your last report card, many of you, soon you will be out experiencing life in a very different manner, equipped only with what you have learned so far. You will be faced with situations that will require you to individually make decisions, solve problems, and do things as an adult. And if that thought scares you, it's okay. You will do fine, and your support networks are still here for you. I hope that you will work hard to exceed your goals in the next adventures you are about to embark upon, and that you are able to accept help along the way. But keep in mind that nobody else can do that for you. Only your hard work and determination will provide you with reasons to gather and celebrate in the future. In the brief time that we have spent getting to know each other, I can confidently say that each one of you is different. I know from supervision in the halls, conversations at meetings, and being present for the grad transition fair, that each one of you has different abilities and different skills. You may be an excellent woodworker, a wonderful snowboarder, you may have a knack for mechanics or nursing, or maybe you're just now realizing you are capable to reach whatever goal you set for yourself. All those attributes are nothing, though, if you haven't got a kind heart, if you aren't truthful and upstanding and of sound character. These things may sound dull in comparison to the other qualities, but they are the measure of a worthwhile person. In today's society, it is far easier to go with the flow and become numb to the dishonesty and deceit that seems to be reported on a daily basis if we watch the evening news. As I shared with you in my first assembly here in Valemount back in January, it's important to have respect for yourselves. I sincerely hope that in the years to come, you will strive to be known for your integrity and your honesty. I encourage you to be tolerant to the faults of others, but not your own. I want you to realize, as I'm sure you do, that the world has many facets and many faults. You cannot change the whole world, but you can make a difference in the part of it you find yourself living in. It doesn't matter what you choose to do in the future if you remember to help others along the way. It doesn't matter whether you're a professor or a gardener, as long as you remember that every type of work has its own dignity. My friend Chris Cook, who you guys have met a number of years ago, is a huge inspiration for me. And for those of you who don't know, Chris Cook is a young man from Nanton, Alberta that was born without arms or legs. And he chooses to see his abilities over his disabilities in all he does. And he does a lot. One of the many nuggets that he shares in his talks is that the core of a man's spirit comes from new experiences. Be afraid of regret more than failure. I ask that you consider this as you start each day you are given and do everything you can to ensure your one life is purposeful and allows you to be confident in yourself. I am a very firm believer in the power of one. Whether it be one idea, one movement, one vote, or one individual, I firmly believe that there is the ability to do the unthinkable when persistence and determination are fueled by empathy and passion. I strongly encourage each of you to identify your passion and act upon it. It is what we do with the time given to us that matters. I know you will all be successful in your own chosen paths moving forward. On behalf of all staff at Valemount Secondary and the Diversified Transportation Team, I offer huge congratulations on your accomplishments celebrated today and sincerely wish you and every one of you all the best in your future endeavors. Enjoy yourselves as you celebrate. Take the time to process and appreciate what's happening today, but above all, please plan to stay safe. Farewell.
Thank you, Mr. Shaw. We would like to remind all graduates and their families that our cap and gown ceremony and school awards presentation will take place on Thursday, June 14th at 10 a.m. Photo opportunities with cap and gown will be available then, and everyone is invited to attend.
Could the escorts please come to the stage now? Tatiana Cinnamon. Keisha Abernathy. Taylor Bealey. Kiana Weed and Naim Karis. Willis Coutre. Adam Newman. Jeremy Rogers. Eston Buston. Vivian Kenkel. Morgan Tinsley. Isaac Williams. Zachary Schneider. This concludes our public portion of our graduation ceremony. The evening events begin promptly at 6 p.m. here in the gym. We'd like to thank you for coming to support our graduates, and we wish you a good afternoon.